Hey everyone, and welcome to IG8Live Esports. Today we're live with ISRL Academy Tier 1 for the postponed race that we have from last week for round 1 of 9 for the Austrian Grand Prix. So we're already getting started with that session as we got multiple drivers I see already heading out of track. So quite a busy pit lane at the moment. A number of cars already heading out to try and get their out lap started. So we're going to be seeing some lap times very soon in this session here. And let's see, we got about 19 drivers on the grid, which I'm going to be going through just a bit. Let me just make sure everything's good on our streams. And yeah, everything seems to be okay so far. Alright, so let's go ahead with that. Alright, so let's see what our grid actually looks like for this evening's race here. So we got Crossy there, we got Lucy, we got Bondavine, we got Sanat, I got Starmuck, ISRL Sprunky, we got Pierre, Greenwell, we got Kizabine, Durant, Lock 14, we got Bulky Volcano, we got Vargas, Vantage, we got Monkey Mafia, Maverick, Scotty, AJ, and Poison. So quite a number of drivers in the session for this evening here. So we're gonna see. Let's get a few stats back up on screen, and then let's start to follow a few drivers out on track and see what's exactly happening here. So I see we got a few drivers already beginning their hot lap here. Now we know around Austria lap times are generally about average about a minute, few seconds. So it's about under a minute, just about at least just over a minute, I would say. So, pretty fast around this track to get around one of the shortest laps that we have on the race calendar. So, gonna be an interesting race to see how it's gonna go here. And definitely we're gonna be seeing purple sectors because no one's made a lap time as yet. But we're gonna be interested to see what sort of lap times we'll be seeing, as the guys have had some practice here before on this track. So, it should be an interesting session overall, and I think it's going to be quite a great race start actually too, to see how that's going to go. So far a 104.8 from AMR Vantage there, and that goes down to second already with Vargas there going 104.819. So he goes about 800 of a second faster than what Vantage just did. So already the competitive lap times have started to come in. And now we got Bondavine there with a 105.1. He goes about a few tenths slower, and quite a few more times actually coming in here right now. So I just go down to another driver down at the back, and let me see what's happening. The person is coming in for his time as well. We got Pierre holding provisional pole with a 104.7 so far. Poison now takes it away with 104.5. Silent goes third so far, 104.754. Just about 100 of a second slower than what Pierre actually did. Scotty there going in fifth with a 104.8. Storma goes seventh, 104.9. And yeah, Durant goes 105.5, but 4 tenths slower than what Bondavine did. Monkey Mafia just went in the middle of the two of them there, so 105.4 for him, just 1 tenth faster than what Durant just did. So I got at least half of the grid. We got full grid of 20 drivers right now, as we had someone else join on. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how this really works out, because who just joined on? So Fast 83 I think just joined on there. So that's a full grid of 20 cars now, and going to be much more of an interesting session, even with just one more driver, but still a full grid with 20 cars for the round 1 race for Tier 1 here. Going to be a lot of fun to watch. And let's get back down to someone else who's currently running here. Oh, it looks like Maverick has actually invalidated his lap. Gonna have to try that again. And we're currently on with Bulky Volcano, I think, here, as he's going through and gets a purple sector 1 there. So we're gonna keep on with him and see how he finishes this lap currently. I know that fastest lap down at the bottom of the screen is a bit of a glitch. It's kind of stuff there. That's gonna be on mine. So nothing much I can really do about that. We're just gonna have to ignore that, at least for now. Yeah, so let's see what that's. So half of the grid has made their time. Kissabine just did a 108.3. Not the best of time, but he has enough time actually to get a better time, and we'll see if he's able to do that actually there. So as our session goes through. What we're actually doing here, guys, just if we didn't say it before, it's an 18-minute qualifying session, and then we're heading to our 50% race. And in the meanwhile, we're going through that, guys. If you haven't done so already, please leave a like on the stream, and remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, because we do esports races almost basically every single day. We have something scheduled right now, and that's an invalidated lap there for Bulky Von now, but anyway, he made a 105.8, not too bad. But gonna wanna try and get into the 104s. If he can't, I got Cressy on the lap as well. And Lewis there, 15 just behind. He's gonna be making a time pretty soon as well. Let's see where Lewis is right now, actually. No, he's in the pits, my bad. And Greenwell and Lock 14 are out on track. And Lock 14 goes across 106.1, needs to get a better time than that. And Fast 83 still in the pits. Getting back to Greenwell here. He's where is he currently running? So that was a purple sector 2 he just did there. Let's see if Greenwell is able to make a much more interesting time than this one here as we continue on this session. We got a lot of lap times coming in very, very fast on us here for this qualifying session, I gotta say. And it's been some very impressive lap times as well. And I think it's only going to get faster as we continue on through the session. Currently, ISRL Sprunky holds on to fastest lap 104.1, and Poison now down to second. Now Greenwell just went into sixth with a 104.8, just about a 7/10 slower than what current pro pole holder actually has there. So some very interesting lap times. Let's go all the way down to AJ down in the back here. Just seemed to have done a purple sector 2 there, I think it was. So we're gonna see how that plays out too as well here, and let's see where that's gonna put him on the board. Sorry about that, guys. I did miss that for a second there. AJ goes 104.6, actually pretty fast. Was 6/10 slower, 5/10 slower actually than what Sprunky did. So not too bad. We got Maverick now in his outlap. We got Fast 83 gonna be getting out pretty soon. Crossy here, he's on the outlap as well. So we're gonna see if they're gonna be able to make a faster time or not. Let's go in the middle here. We got Pierre out on the track. I got Sanat out on the track. He's about to get another lap, and let's see if he improves from 104.754, and does improve, goes into P3 with a 104.394, goes a few tenths faster there now, makes a much better time. We got Pierre on track as well. He is currently in sector 1 running, so let's see if he's going to be improving upon his time of a 104.7 here. So we got quite a lot of 104s on this track, which is just goes to show how competitive these guys are about to be when we do get to that race session. Going to be quite exciting to see what the race start is going to be like actually too. And we got our drivers down at the bottom now working their way to make their laps. I think I got Maverick coming around for his hot lap to finish here. And going to be interesting to see where he goes. Goes 13 so far, 105.3. Let's see where the other two are. So currently Krusty is there. Where is Fast 83 is about to go around. I think he's about to get it. Oh, and I think he invalidated on the very, very last turn there, so he's gonna have to try that again. Where is Cressy right now? So he's still going through. We're gonna follow on with him here and see how he gets through, and hopefully he's able to make a good lap here. And he gets back into the pit, so definitely not able to make a good lap on this occasion. Durant now holding on to P2 with a 104.281, just about 110 slower actually than what ISRL Sprunky just did before with his 104.1. So very, very interesting lap times. We're going to see how this actually plays out before we get to the end. We got just about 7.5 minutes left in the session, so I think it's a lot of time to play with, providing 18 drivers on grid already have lap times in, and Kiss the Bean is out of the session. Probably crashed out somewhere on track, and 106.9 is what he's left with there, and that's not going to hold up too well. We got Fast 83 now getting a 103.8 and makes a whole new division for himself up there with his 103, and puts Sprunky down into second place now for the start of this Austrian Grand Prix. So going to be interesting to see if he can get her back and make a better time than that. Starmark currently, where is he running? I think he just finished a lap trying to improve his time, so currently he holds on to P4 104.3 there. Hey Mushroom, how are you? Sorry you can't be here as well. Unfortunately, we still have a grid of 20 drivers on, so still hopefully we're gonna have a good race here. Unfortunately, you are not able to make it for the race today. Hopefully I'll see you on the grid tomorrow for round 2. I think we have round 2 tomorrow if I'm correct, yes. But hopefully we'll see you on the grid for that there. Where is Lock 14? Lock 14 currently in 11th here, and I think he's on a lap here and going. Let's see if he's about to improve upon his time there or not. That's a pretty very interesting lap time so far. So if we look on the top of our leaderboard there, we currently have Fast 83 holding on to his 103.8, AMR Vantage going 103.975, and Bagos going 103.984, just about 100 of a second faster with the time between each other here. So some very very competitive lap times we're seeing coming off the guys from ISRL Academy Tier 1. I think someone has gone off after that turn, and I think they're just probably giving room. But yeah, so still just one driver left. I think just Prassi left to give any sort of lap time here. So Vantage having a very good time there with that 103.9. It's actually pretty close off to what Fast 83 has done. So we'll see how well that's going to hold up. So Lock 14, I think he went into 9th there with his 104.5. I think he went just a bit faster. So still enough to put him up a few positions and get him a little bit of a better start. Has just under 5 minutes left in the session right now. So I think it's actually still enough time for everyone to try and improve their lap times here. Of course, it's been quite a busy track, I gotta say, from the start of this session coming to this point, with everyone just getting out as early as possible to get out on track and just try to get their lap started. And yet, so it hasn't been a boring session, though, I gotta say. These lap times are actually quite interesting that we're seeing here, and I know quite a few more drivers are currently out on track. I think Greenwell trying to get another lap in here right now. We're gonna follow with him, and I think Sprunky as well, probably out on a lap there right now. Let's have a look at that. Where is he now? I think he just, I don't know if he just finished a lap or if he's just starting a lap, or he looks like he's just started a lap there. And Greenwell has gone into the pits, so we're gonna follow on with Sprunky as he goes around. And that was a purple sector 1 from Sprunky there. Let's see how he finishes the rest of the lap. Hello Bulky Volcano and Monkey Mafia, thank you guys for joining on the stream and joining on to the live chat. Looking forward to see what you guys are going to be doing in the race session today. Just going to keep on board with him as he finishes this lap. This final chicane is very, very easy to actually cut that corner as you get through if you're actually not too careful. And there goes Sprunky, 103.5, puts him into provisional pole for now at least. Now we got just about 3 minutes left in the session, so actually that's enough time for someone else to even be taking away that provisional pole time. Let's see where is Stormer currently on. Is he on a lap or not? I'm not 100% if he's on a lap or not here. We know Durant was a bit further up as well. He's now down to 8 with his lap time that he currently has. Crassi still has not made a lap time as yet. I think he keeps getting a invalidated lap there. So he's going to need to try and avoid having that. And definitely looks like Starmark might be on lap or no. I think he's probably going into the pits here from the looks of things. Yeah, he definitely is going into the pits right now. Where is Scotty on track? And Durant has invalidated that lap that he was currently running on. I know Lock 14 getting out on another out lap there right now. And there goes Durant starting another lap. Definitely trying for a faster lap here. Let's have a look and see how he finishes this one. I think he might be on for a faster lap. We're going to try and have a look on how Sector 1 goes for him. I think Sector 1, you just need to keep that car on a straight line as much as possible and just try to make the best entry and exit into the first turn and then get on through all the way there, and you can just get a good sector in. Because it's just one turn on that occasion, so we'll see how the rest of the lap goes. Didn't get a proper sector 1, unfortunately though, but still could be on for a pretty good lap. And definitely that lap is over, as that's his front wing gone. So he's going to have to go back into the pits and see what's going to happen with that there. I think we're back on red lap 14 here. Might be trying for another lap. Does look like he is, so let's keep overhead with him, see what's happening. Crassy's out of the session, Kiss the Bean out of the session, Pierre out, Durant out, Starmac out. You know, some of drivers are probably retiring off of the session now as well, as they're happy with their time. Currently Fast 83 holds on to a provisional pole of a 103.4. Sprunky currently holds on to second there with a 103.5, and he's getting on an outlap right now. Hopefully he's able to make another lap there. Vantage here currently holds on to P3 with a 103.9. 7.5 that is, and Bagos there just about 100 of a second slower in P4. Starmark 103.993, another 100 of a second slower than what Bagos did actually, and Scotty there goes into the first 104. Currently in 6, Greenwell currently 7, Durant in 8, Santa currently 9, Lock 14 currently 10, and it's 104 is going all the way down to P16 right now. It's only Bondovine in 105, and Lewis there, who currently is in the pits, and Kizabine was in the 106. Grassy didn't make a time, so let's see how our starting grid is going to look like, as we're now finished with our short qualifying session, just in overtime for whoever currently is running a lap, which I think Lock 14 is, and I think Monkey Mafia as well might be. Let's have a look. Is he running a lap? No, he's getting back into the pits right now. And I think Lock 14 definitely is running lap. He goes around the final corner right now, goes on to the pit straight, and let's see where he goes on the board at the moment. Doesn't improve upon that time really, so gonna stick it there in 10th at least for now. And is anyone else currently running? Doesn't look to be that the case, so looks like we're gonna be finishing off right there, and just waiting for everyone to retire off from the session so we can get on to our final starting grid results, and then get on to the race start. So far so good for the session. Some very interesting times, some very competitive times actually, so it's been quite an interesting session for this qualifying here. So interested to see how this race start is gonna go. I think it's gonna be quite a bit bunched up through turn 1, and maybe even through turns 2. A bit of a run getting down to both of them, so a bit of time for cars to get maybe just a little bit spaced out. We're gonna see how well that is gonna go. Alright, so here we go guys. So this is what our starting grid actually looks like right now. So we got Fast 83 starting on pole position with a 103.4 fastest lap. Sprunky starting alongside him in second. We got Greenwell starting third. Vantage starting in fourth. Balgo starting in fifth. Starmark is going to start sixth. We got Scotty starting seventh. Durant in eighth. Sanat in ninth. Lock 14 in 10th. Pierre starting in 11, Poison starting 12. We got AJ starting 13, Monkey Mafia 14, Bulky Volcano 15, Maverick 16, Bond Divine 17, Lewis 18, Kiss the Bean 19, and Grassy there in 20th position. So that's going to be what our race start is going to be like. Good luck to all the drivers out there. Hopefully everyone is able to finish the race, and hopefully we don't have any DNFs. But I don't know, who am I kidding? There are 20 drivers on track. There are bound to be some sort of incident between cars. Some minor contact, some major contacts going to happen at some point. We might be expect a safety car or not. It's Austria, guys. There's a lot of runoff room, but with the amount of speed these cars are going to be driving with, if they even clip a wall a little too much, that's going to be it for them. It's going to be a full-on DNF for that. So we'll see how badly it goes or how good it goes, especially for the start. It shouldn't be too bad of a start, though. These guys are all pretty clean drivers, so hopefully everyone gets through pretty well. We might have some minor contact though going through turn 1 and maybe even through turn 2. So we'll see how well they do actually get through that as we're about to get started with our formation lap in just a bit here. Alright guys, so there we go, getting started with our formation lap right now, and why am I seeing us having, seems like we're having a glitch once again here, because it was supposed to be Fast 83 starting P1. Does seem like we're having that glitch once again happening. It's happened before and seems to have happened again. So I'm gonna be on hold here for a second and see if we're about to restart this lobby here or not. Okay, so that was our race start for lap 1. Everyone got through just a bit, I think pretty well. Just a bit of minor contact on that opening lap, which caused a virtual safety car. I was just waiting to see if we're having a red flag on the race or not, because of the bit of a glitch we're having. And anyway, we seem to be going so far, so I'm just gonna continue on for now, just in case we're not gonna be restarting or not. And our leaderboard is entirely messed up at the moment. So we're gonna have to ignore that at least for now. and just continue on with what we have going on track. So the VSC is actually over already, and we're back racing. We know currently it's, I think, ISRL Sprunky leading the race, and yep, does seem like we're back on here right now. So we got a few cars, I think, into the pits already, because we did have some contact on the opening lap, so a bit of damage on some of the cars. And currently we're continuing on with lap 2 with Sprunky continuing to lead. And let's see what's happening with the rest of the grid down the back. So Bagos now running in second. Greenwell currently third. Scotty up to fourth. Starmark running in fifth. Durant in sixth right now. Vantage in 7th place. And let's see what's happening with Poison here, as he has some company coming behind him right now. So we got Sanat actually pretty close behind Poison already, kind of chasing him down. We got the Greenwell and Scotty switching positions around in front. That is actually both Haas. So Starmark actually trying to gain a position off of that, as he's in P5 right now, just behind Greenwell and running. And quite a close gap actually between Scotty, Greenwell and Starmark there. I think Durant is trying to get in on that battle as well. So about 5 cars going just on a train, all just behind each other, as Durant is getting extremely close behind that McLaren there right now of Starmark, and definitely going to be trying to get by. And hopefully he does get by quite clean. We got Vantage as well getting alright up to the back of Durant. And that battle, I'm not sure how well it's going. Starmark seems to have gotten by Greenwell and up into 4th place right now. And he's actually running pretty well. Down the pit straight they go, and we still got them all in the same position, except for Starmark gotten up on position. And we got Durant. I think someone is going on the inside. I'm trying to see who that was exactly there. Someone did get a position off of that, and we got Greenwell getting very close. And what's happening with Bagos out front? I think he's gotten very close to Sprunky. Was trying to probably go alongside him. Let's have a look at what's happening with the race leader right now. So Sprunky under threat of losing the race lead, as Bagos tries to go around the outside. Still has to hold it down into 2nd place, though not able to get by on that occasion, and just continues on through for now. And so far so good. We get quite a few close gaps in the field as we go through. Just not able to get through all of them at the same time here. Let's leave the lap data on so we can have a look at what's happening there. And let's go on down to AMR Vantage, who is going alongside Greenwell around Sector 3 here right now. It looks like he got up into P5 and puts Greenwell down to 6th position right now. Still chasing each other around here. And a bit of a gap starting to form between most of our cars, trying to go a second and over as we have it right now. We're still following on with Greenwell, trying to get back his position from Vantage, and looks like he might be able to. Tries to go alongside him and has the inside and gets back into P5. Vantage back down into 6th, and so far so good. We get a yellow flag in Sector 1. Someone's off track a bit just after turn 1, and looks like they're getting back going. Might have some damage there as well. Vantage coming alongside Greenwell once again, trying to get up that position. Let's see if he's able to do that. Actually gets by. Once again they switch positions. That's Vantage back up into P5. Durant down back to 7, sorry. To 6, sorry. And I got Durant trying to come in the middle of that. Let's see if he's getting anywhere with them. I got a yellow flag in Sector 2 right now. Two cars are at contact and are off track at the moment there. Looks like probably a Renault and someone else. That might have been AG and someone else. I'm not sure about that as yet. Because the being with a penalty there right now. So I think probably the first penalty of the session so far. So let's get back on overhead and follow what's happening here. So currently ISRL Sprunky still leads this race. Bagos running in second, about 1.6 seconds behind actually. So a bit of a gap to work with. He's lost a bit of time there right now. So Scotty now running another 2 seconds behind. We got a safety car right now because something's happened on track here, and that is Kiss the Bean there is out of the race. Not sure if that was an intentional DNF or not, because I think it is possibly threw that car into the wall there. the way it is. I'm not sure if he was fighting for a position with someone. But we now have a safety car for that incident with Kiss the Bean and his car being a DNF out of the session. And that's going to be going on for a few more laps as we continue on through. We're definitely going to have a few pit stops happen under the safety car. And yeah, that's going to be changing a few things up in the race right now. We got about 36 laps of racing. So right now it's about on lap 6. So it gives us about 30 laps more to work with. Alright, so we got quite a few cars on the front of the grid changing off tires right now. I think Scotty and Stormok have not pitted, so they're taking over the lead out front as well as Bulky Volcano there. So Scotty takes over P1 right now. Stormok takes over as P2. Bulky Volcano takes over P3. Sprunky gets back out of the pits and is currently in P4 right now. Maverick currently in P5. Bagos back out in P6, Vantage in 7, Greenwell, he's getting back out to the pits in, I think in 8, Bondavine in 9th. Let's have a look at stops and whatnot here right now. So we can have a look at what's happening there. So Bondavine didn't pit, Maverick didn't pit, and Bulky Volcano, Starmac, and Scotty, these are only cars who did not pit so far in the race. Majority of our cars are pitted under the safety car. We know a few cars pitted just after the start of the race, just to repair some of the damage that they did have at that point. And everyone is going to continue on through here right now. So we're still going to be running under the safety car. So far, Bulky Volcano has the car that's gained the most positions on track. And behind him will be Maverick. Of course, he does have to take that pit stop as yet, a mandatory pit stop. So we're going to see how that works out for him. And going back onto tires right now, that's what everyone currently is running on. So I think so far so good overall in this race. It's just been quite a bit of a start actually with everyone. I think everyone, from what I saw, got through pretty well on the start there. And I didn't follow that too well, but everyone seemed to have gotten through pretty well on the start. And yeah, there's some bit of minor contact, I think, between a few cars, which caused a few pit stops to happen. And then that incident with Kiss the Bean there kind of happened and caused a safety car. So around lap 6. So I think maybe at the end of the lap 8 here, or we'll probably be getting back racing. If not on lap 8, it'll probably be on lap 9. But laps go by here very, very quickly. Just over a minute is a lap here. So not hopefully going to be under the safety car too long. Might have to actually go until the end of lap 9. We'll have a look on that. As we get into sector 3, we'll be able to know if our race control is allowing us to go back racing or not. But yeah, overall, so far so good with everybody who started in. We know Sprunky has taken his pit stop already. He has 3 cars in front of him who will have to pit. So he's going to have to just wait until they decide to actually do their pit stop to get by. Or he might actually just try and get by them either way. We'll see how well he's able to catch up with the 3 of them when we get the restart going for after the safety car here. And he's going to be right up the rear of their car. So, and we're actually going to go back at racing at the end of this lap. That safety car is going to be in on the end of lap 8. We're going back racing to lap 9. Yeah, so Sprunky is going to be right behind Bulky Volcano there. He's going to be under some serious pressure with that Red Bull trying to get by. So we got Scotty, Stormac, and Bulky Volcano. The 3 of them are going to have to defend with as much as they can. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be able to push through with their tires that they currently have, but I will see how that goes as we're about to go back racing right now. Everyone goes around the final turn, and Scotty seems to have gotten a pretty good start going through. How far away Stormac is just about half a second behind already, and we got Sprunky on the rear of Bulky Volcano trying to get by already here. Let's see how that's going to go through for him. So quite a bit of close gaps between most of our cars, so we just got to start back with this race here. And I think Vantage is trying to go alongside Bagos, and Sprunky is out of the race. What's happened to him? He had a bit of contact with someone. I'm not sure who that was, and he definitely is out. That's a yellow flag so far. No VSC. We still got Bagos and I think Vantage going side by side, and his teammate Maverick in the middle of that. So Vantage up in the middle of the 2 of them, and he's about to get by Maverick there as well, and gets up into P4. That's Maverick down to P5, Bagos down to P6 right now. So both racing points going side by side with each other, fighting out for a 5th position. Let's see who gets on that one right now. And yeah, Scotty still continues to lead with Balti Volcano now in second place. Stormhawk now is down to third. And we continue with the battle between AMR, Vantage, Maverick, and Bagos here. It's actually still pretty close. And Maverick is trying to get the position back right now. And he's lost a bit of time as Vantage is now in the pits actually. So might have some damage there. And some contact earlier from what we missed. Greenwell and Poison going side by side. Get through third one. Poison into 6th. Greenwell in 7th. And I'm going to continue going on through just like that. Maverick just right up to the rear of his teammate here right now. And let's see if he's going to be going by or not. Or trying to just hold it off into P5 for now. So far so good with this restart. We got Monkey Mafia and Krasty going side by side a bit. Krasty gets up to the 10th. I see Monkey Mafia is trying to get back up to that position there right now. And let's see if he's going to be able to or not. Out front, I think our gap between Maverick and Poison is still a bit close. And we got Durant here in 8th. He's trying to get close to Greenwell and get up into 7th place if he's able to at this point. We got some real close racing going on between majority of our drivers here right now though. I think Sana got the position up on Monkey Mafia there. Yes, he did. He's up into 11th. Monkey Mafia is down to 12th right now. And I think someone has gained a position down in the back of the grid as well. We got a yellow flag down in sector 3 right now. Somebody is off. And I'm not sure who that is at the moment. Might be Lock 14 there right now. No, not him. He's in the pits actually. So we're still following on with Durant here right now, chasing down Greenwell for P7. And let's see if that battle is going to go anywhere or not. So far 2 drivers out of the race. Unfortunate for Kizbean, already out he was. And Sprunky, I think he had a bit of contact with someone. I'm just unsure about who that was. And we got Poison getting past Maverick. Gets back in the middle of the racing points right now. So back up into P5 go for him. And let's see if he's able to hold that position through for now. On lap 11 of 36 and we're going through right now. We're back down here with Durant in 8th place as he's still chasing down Greenwell for 7th position right now. He does seem to be getting pretty close. And Sanat looks like he got up a position on Krasty there into 10th position he goes now. So good overtake from him. And both Ferraris behind him here right now. As Fast 83 goes by his teammate and goes a bit wide I think. Goes back down all the way down to 13th now. AJ gets in the between of the two of them. Not too bad so far. Let's see what's happening with Greenwell and Durant here. But a half a second is the gap between the two of them, and with Maverick in front as well in there in P6. So they're still fighting off for that position. So it's still a bit of a train between most of these cars as they continue on through here right now. Out front, we still got Scotty leading this race. Of course, he does have to pit at some point here. Let's have a look at tires as what they are right now for you guys. So that's where tires are at right now. All 3 of them out in front, P1, 2, and 3. They're on 11 laps on those soft tires. Let's see how far into the race they're actually able to push those tires in before they actually do decide to take that pit stop there. And we got Starmuck, I think, is into the pits right now. And we're currently following on with Greenwell and Durant. The two of them actually still pretty close together. Maverick just in front of them as well. So a bit of a three-way battle going on for P5. And we got Greenwell and Maverick going side by side. Let's see if Greenwell is taking the inside and gets up into P5 here right now. And and we got Durant trying to get by them as well. He gets up into P5. Greenwell in 6th. And Maverick down to 7th right now. So Durant gains 2 positions in the midst of Greenwell and Maverick fighting it out for P5. He's now up in P5 and puts both of them down position. Greenwell actually still got up into 6th. And Maverick is now down into 7th place there. If we go down here in 9th, we got Sanat here. He's running just about half a second behind Bonneville. We got Fast 83 coming up on him very, very quickly, about to try to go alongside him. Still holds it on the racing line just behind for now. Let's see how far he's able to push this. And they go on to the pit straight in turn 1. They're about to go, and there goes Fast 83 way past Sanat now actually has some very good straight line speed on that Ferrari and gets past up into 9th place. That's Sanat down into 10th, AJ currently in 11th. Krasi, his Fast 83's teammate, running in 12th right now. Lewis running in 13th. Starmark is down to 14th after a pit stop there. And I think AJ and Sanat are fighting it out here. Trying to go back with Fast 83 as he's about to go by Bondavine here right now and takes the inside, gets up into P8 here right now. So quite a bit of overtakes from Fast 83 there. After that bit of glitch where he was supposed to be starting P1, end up starting at 20th on the grid, which is why we had a bit of a pause on the race start to see what was going to happen, if we were going to red flag the race or not. Unfortunate for him, that race was not red flag, but fortunate for him, he's working his way up the field right now, and he's in P8 currently. Started 20th in this race, and looking very good at getting driver of the day. And I think he took a stop already, because he's on 8 laps with those medium sorry right now. So definitely took a stop earlier in the race. I think on the start of the race he had a bit of an incident, so I think he took a stop around there. And we got Poison about to get past Bulky here right now, and yep, Bulky Volcano losing a position down to 40 goes, and Poison now he gets up past Bagos as well, and he gets up an extra position. But you know, Bagos is fighting it back and takes back his position in second, and puts Poison back down into third right now. He still has Bulky Volcano to deal with, fighting it through, and that's Volcano back up into P3, but takes it too wide and puts Poison back up on P3 again. So he's lost out 2 positions now. He's down to P5. Durant has gotten up an extra position as well, up into P4 because of the mistake on Volcano's end there. Scotty still continues to lead the race though, but I think those tires are starting to go on him, because now Bagos is up into the lead of the race, takes away that from Scotty. He's down into second. Poison looking to get by as well, and he does get up because I think Scotty's into the pits. Yes, he is. So we're going to continue on with Poison chasing down Bagos now for the lead of the race. Let's see how these two are going to get through with that. So we got a few pit stops happening with our drivers who did have to pit, and I think maybe even more, I'm not sure. I know Volcano is in, Scott is in, and AJ is into the pits as well. And more interesting to see what's happening here. We have some penalties being handed out here as well, because Bagos now has a penalty, Poison has a penalty, Durant has a penalty, and there goes Poison trying to take the inside of and get by up into P1, but not able to do it. Still going side by side though with Bagos for the lead of the race, and looks like he might be getting by, has a better straight line speed, goes up into P1. Bagos is down to P2 right now, and Durant is just about 2 seconds behind these two of them, and he's coming around trying to fight for this position very soon as well. And oh, that is Bagos off track, loses his entire front wing right now. I think he lost the rear end. I'm not sure what happened there with him, but a bit of mistake on his end, and that's a virtual safety car. That's going to be a lot of debris on track, and that's going to be needed to be cleared off immediately there. So virtual safety car right now, and he's definitely going to have to get back into the pits. Let's see what's happening with our race right now. Who's going to be pitting? We might have a few pit stops happening on this occasion. Poison continues to lead the Austrian Grand Prix right now, with Durant currently running in second. We got Maverick running in third, Fast 83 running all the way up into P4 right now. Quite interesting to see how much positions he's gained in 17 laps, and already took a pit stop as well. I'm not sure, he might be taking another pit stop. We'll see how the pit stop strategy works out for our drivers here. But yeah, already up into P4. And then we got Greenwell there in P5, Bondavine currently in 6th, Lewis currently running in 7th, Starmer currently running 8th, Scotty has taken his pit stop, is out into 9th place, Sanat is running in 10th, took another pit stop, Volcano took his pit stop, he's in 11th right now, Monkey Mafia just gone down to 13th position, and Vantage up to 12th, and the VSC is actually over right now, and we're back racing again. So let's see how the restart for after our VSC is going here right now. We got a few close gaps to deal with here right now. Monkey Mafia down in the back. He is actually pretty close to Vantage there in P12. And let's see if he's going to try to take an inside on the turn and try to get by. So a bit of a gap between Poison and Durant right now for P1, P2. It's about 3.1 seconds. Fast 83 is creeping up very quickly on Maverick for third position in this race. And neither of them have penalties, so we're going to see how that works out. Actually, let's have a look at that right now. I think that's possibly our closest gap. So this Ferrari's been just, I don't know, just gunning his way through the field from the start of this race to this point. It's 18 laps in. We're on halfway through the race right now, and Fast 83 is has moved from 20th position all the way up into P3. Already took a pit stop as well and is doing this well in the race. So it's looking pretty good. And Monkey Mafia is out of the race right now. What's happened to him? Let's try to see if we can have a look. I'm not sure where his car is. Has he retired in the pits? It does look like he might have retired in the pits. I'm not sure what happened to him. But something obviously happened. And that is Fast 83 there, now getting his first penalty in the race. We'll have a look at penalties in a bit as we're currently still on lap 18. I think we're about to go into lap 19 here right now. And there we go. So yeah, let's have a look at the back of our gaps and see what's happening here exactly. So Fast 83, he's just under a second behind Durant right now. So Durant about to come under pressure of losing P2. And this guy is creeping up very, very quickly on that car right now. So it's only a matter of time before the gap is less than a quarter of a second. And Fast 83 is going to have a good gap to work with and get by Durant for second place, and then he's going to have to catch up to the race leader Poison there, who's going to be about another 4 seconds away. And looks like he's about to try and take yeah, he's definitely trying to take the inside, getting through. And let's see how much Durant is going to fight him on. It doesn't look like he fights him too much on it. Just let him go because it does seem to be the faster driver there. And yeah, that is Fast 83 up into second place in this race so far. We got Durant now down into P3 and running. Maverick another 2 seconds behind. AJ looks like he's fighting it out with advantage down at the back there. And let's see if AJ, he's using DRS against Vantage right now, trying to catch back up and get back that position there. Vantage up in the 13th. And yeah, AJ down to 14. Bagos had a bit of an incident, losing the rear end and losing his entire front wing. He is out of the pits already, and he is down all the way down to 15 though, unfortunate for him. And we got Vantage and AJ fighting for a position here. We got Scotty currently back into the pits, I think, there. So getting back on the overhead view, let's have a look at what's happening with Vantage and AJ, if they're getting through pretty well here or not. I think Vantage is currently in the pits, so that's going to change it up for the race down the back there for a bit. We're following on with Durant right now, who seems to be losing a bit of time to Fast 83. And Vantage is out. I think he might have retired in the pits. So he's out of the session as well. So that's 4 drivers out right now. We got 16 drivers remaining in the session as we continue on through on lap 20 of 36 right now. So just about 16-17 laps left in this race to go before we get to the end here. And gap is increasing quite a bit between Fast 83 and Durant. So Poison continues to lead the race. Fast 83 is about 4.2 seconds behind. Let's see if he's gaining time or losing time to Poison out in front. Might be having a difficult time trying to catch up. Tires are just about the same between the two of them. So we'll see how that works out. 16 laps on Poison, 14 laps on Fast 83. Durant has about 13 laps on his tires. So 20 laps for the Maverick there in 4th position. And Greenwell running just about a quarter of a second behind him actually, so not too far behind. We got Stormak about to get by Lewis there as well. I think, oh, they're going side by side still. That is Stormak up into 7th place now, puts Lewis down into 8th. And doesn't look like he's going to be able to get back that position anytime soon. Getting back to Greenwell here. Oh, and Greenwell has a problem. I think he might have gone for an overtake there and had a bit of a mistake, but he's back going again. And has Bondavin for company just behind him right now, about to lose a position if he's not careful here. And let's go back down on Bondavin's view and see how close he's actually getting to Greenwell. Might have a good run on him down to turn 1 here. Seems to be catching up pretty well. Just needs to have a very good gap to get by here right now. Oh, and he makes a bit of a mistake and gets off track a bit, so loses a bit of time there. Gap is now over a second, so he's losing out on that DRS advantage now. And let's see if he's able to catch back up. So a bit of mistake getting off the exit of turn 1. If you are not careful, if you do get on the power a little bit too early or a little too much, it can cause you to spin. So they gotta be as careful as they can getting off of these turns. They're pretty high speed. the amount of speed they actually go into them with. And that is another penalty there for Fast 83, as he seems to be having some trouble catching up to Poison there, who currently leads the race. So Fast 83 has worked his way through the field pretty easily, getting up into P2 by the halfway point of the race, but he's having a bit of trouble catching up with Poison. Now he seems to be losing, actually gaining some time. Gains about 3 to 4 tenths so far, and let's see if that gap is going to continue to break down or not. Currently doing pretty well so far in this race, getting all the way up into P2, and I think even with penalties he might be getting a good position. Maverick currently into the pits right now, so let's see how that works out when he does get out. We got Sanat and Lewis here, actually pretty close together, the two of them. Less than a second that gap is. We're going to see how that works out right now. So getting on board with Sanat here. He's getting very close to Lewis there in 7th. Does seem like that gap is breaking down pretty fast right now. Starmuck in front of them, so let's see if Sanat can get past Lewis. And oh, that's another penalty for Volcano at the moment. So a number of penalties handed out in this race so far. We're gonna have to have a look and see where our penalties are at. Actually, let's have a look at that right now. So penalties as they are, Bulky Volcano seems to have the most penalties with 14 seconds. Our race leader has 3 seconds of penalty, Fast 83 with 6 seconds, Durant with 6 seconds, and then we got Lewis 6 seconds, Sanat with 3, and Krasi with 3, AJ with 9, Bagos with 6, and Scotty there with 3. So a number of drivers still don't have penalties. We got Lock 14, we got Pierre, we got Maverick, and there goes Sanat up into 7th place right now, because I think, where is Lewis? Is someone in the pits, or are they just still fighting it out? No, that is Sanat up into 7th place. He's now going to chase after Starmuck there. Yeah, we got Starmuck, Bondavine, Greenwell, and yeah, Greenwell. They don't have any penalties either. So we'll see how they finish the race with that. We got about just about maybe 12-13 laps more left to go. That's maybe about 15 minutes or so of racing left here, our average. Maybe 50 minutes or just under 50 minutes of racing left. Then we're going to get to the end of this session. So far so good. We had a pretty good start to the race. There's been a lot of battles going on through the entire race. We did have that bit of a glitch. Same thing that happened last week, where we had a driver who was supposed to be starting on pole, started all the way down in 20th position. But we went on either way. We didn't red flag this race. And yeah, well, Fast 83 has still worked his way up. He's all the way up into 2nd place right now. His gap between himself and race leader is about 1.8 seconds at the moment. So definitely he is gaining some time right now, as we can have a look at tires once again, what they are. And he has gained the most positions, obviously, in this race so far. So let's leave it on tires on for now, as we're going to continue on through. I'll probably put on telemetry so you guys can have a look at what's happening, how much ERS these guys are working with, and when they're using DRS or not. So let's see, do we have any more closer gaps to follow with at the moment? We do have AJ here. He is just under a second behind Bondavine for P10. Actually about half a second right now. So let's keep on with him and see if he's actually able to get this battle going anywhere or not. He's using his DRS advantage as much as possible. Doesn't have a lot of ERS to use. Oh, and we got Poison and Fast 83 both into the pits right now. And both of them going onto the soft tires. Let's see if Durant is going to be doing any pit stop anytime soon or not. I want to see where those two are going to come out, and they're probably going to be fighting it out for the race lead before we get to the end. We got just over 10 laps of racing left to go here, as those two are going to be getting onto the pits there right now. Going to be interesting to see how close they're able to get to each other. So we got a Fast 83 has Poison just about 1.2, 1.3 seconds in front of him. So I'm going to follow with him here right now to see how he gets. He has one of the back markers in between of them, but he's ghosted, so they should be able to get through pretty easily. That is a Pierre there running in 16th position right now and still running in this race. So we're going to keep on with this, and let's see if this gap is breaking down. Currently the gap is about 1.9 seconds. So it looks like Poison might be gaining some time right now off of Fast 83. Gets past Durant now because Durant is now into the pits, and Greenwell currently leads the race. So let's see how that's working out for Poison out in front. His gap to Greenwell is about 1.9 seconds. And I want to see what's going to happen here because we have Poison on the soft tires. We got Greenwell on the hard tires, and his tires are about 19 laps old. So he's going to start to feel the wear on those tires here pretty soon. And with Poison and Fast 83 being on such new fresh tires, they're definitely going to push as hard as they can to get through here right now. Someone is off there in sector 3, I think, getting into the pits there right now. I think that's lap 14, I'm not sure. Yep, it is him getting into the pits at the moment. I'm not sure if he's retiring from the race or doing a pit stop right now. And the gap between Greenwell and Poison is now down to under a second. So we're going to keep with this and continue through, because it does seem like this is an overtake coming through very fast. Oh, Fast 83 with our fastest lap right now. So he's probably catching up, I think, to Poison. And he's trying to keep as close as possible, actually, because and there goes Poison on Greenwell, goes alongside him, and looks like he's about to get by on the takes the inside on that turn and gets up into P1, takes away the lead of the race from Greenwell. And Greenwell under even more pressure right now because he has Fast 83 coming behind him and is looking to take away P2. And he's going to need to be careful here because after Fast 83 gets by, it's Durant on fresh tires as well, about 8.4 seconds behind. And that's not too big of a gap to work with because it's quite possible for Durant to actually catch up and get by. Right now, Fast 83 looking for a gap to get by into second place right now. Let's have a look on how that's working out for him. Because we got Fast 83 right up the rear of his car right now. So they're on the pit straight they're about to go. And I think definitely this is going to be him going. And there he goes side by side. Up into P2. And he's now going to try and chase down Poison. He's lost a bit of time actually, because he was getting a bit held up behind Greenwell there. Now Poison has gone ahead by about 3.2 seconds. So a bit of a gap for him to actually catch up and try to get that position up there. We got Pierre and Scotty down at the back, I think, switching positions here. That is Pierre up into P14, Scotty down to P15 right now. And let's go on through the grid down to where Maverick is in P6. He's trying to catch up with Starmark there and trying to get away with 5th position before we end off this race here right now. We're on lap 29 and going. We'll be heading into lap 30 pretty soon. So getting very close to the end of the race very quickly here. It is, as we said, guys, it's a pretty short lap around here. So one of the shortest tracks we have on the calendar. So not a very long time to get around, and race does get over pretty quickly. As we've only been actually streaming for just about an hour and a minute now. We started streaming just before the race started actually. So just before the qualifying session started, that is. Alright, so we got Maverick just under half a second right now. I'm on board with him as he's following on with Starmark and looking for a gap to go by. He's definitely looking to take the inside, but not going to push it through and do and risk it here. He's definitely had a better exit off of that turn and is pushing on through right now. And let's see, Nowaski has to hold it on into P6 still for now. That gap is so close and he's looking really to take the inside. Oh, and barely misses clipping his front wing on the rear tires of Starmark's car there. That was actually pretty close, and definitely would have cost him a bit if he actually had done that. So Fast 83 seems to have broken the gap down by at least a second, I would say, or close to a second between himself and Poison, who's currently leading the race. We're going to see how the rest of that works out. We're still following the Maverick right now. He's still really trying to get by Starbuck for 5th position. He has much fresher tires to work with. Starbuck has hard tires about 16 lap old. Maverick has 6 lap old soft tires, and he's really getting close. Just needs a really good gap to get a clean overtake done, which is what he wants. He doesn't want to be losing time by risking the overtake and then really losing an extra position, because he does have Sanat about 1.6 seconds behind. Getting off track just a little bit here, and let's see if he takes it on the inside on this occasion. No, actually still holds it on and tries to get a better exit, and does seem like he gets a better exit. Actually no, loses about a 10th, but does have that DRS advantage and seems to be lagging maybe just a little bit here. And those blue waved flags are for the back markers who are currently running through, just to give these guys way to get through with their racing here. Gap out front 2.3 seconds behind Poison and a Fast 83 at the moment. So still a pretty good race going on out front. It is still possible for those guys to come together close at the end of the race. We're on lap 32 and now we just entered. So just about 5 laps of racing left to go here at the Red Bull Ring. So we're still going to continue following on through with Maverick, and gap is still just about half a second as Maverick goes a bit wide here, trying to keep up with Starmark there in 5th position. Having a bit of a difficult time actually too, doing this. Sanat is now trying to get under a second behind Maverick after that bit of mistake that he just made. And let's see if Maverick is able to catch back up and is using his DRS advantage as much as he can here right now. And looks like he might be trying to take the inside. No, actually loses a few tenths again here. A bit of a mistake from him. He's trying to push on through right now. He knows he's about to run out of laps here very, very soon. And Sanat is coming up alongside him now, about to take away 6th position and holds back into a 7th at the moment. Doesn't want to risk it as well. So Maverick has put himself in a bit of a tight spot here right now. He's lost a bit of time to Starmark out front and now has problems with Sanat trying to get by him for a 6th position. So we'll see how that works. So we'll be putting back penalties on in just a bit so we can have a look on how these guys are going to be finishing the race. Gap out front is about 1.6 seconds right now between Poison and Fast 83. So that gap has dropped drastically very quickly. We got Durant about to go by Greenwell here, and let's see if he's getting that done or not. Has overtake on and using his DRS, and not too much gap to go on, but yeah, he still has some room given by Greenwell, and goes up into P3 in this race right now. It's trying to hold on to that position to go to the end of the race. Does have a penalty though, so we're gonna have a look on how that's gonna work up for him. Actually, let's bring that up here right now. Let's take tires off and put on penalties. So currently Poison has 3 seconds of penalties. Fast 83 has 9 seconds. So even if he gets by Poison at this point, he really needs to build a very, very big gap in order to keep pole position at the end of the race. He's still going to go back down into 2nd, but I think he's just trying to get across the line in 1st place actually. So we'll see how possible that is for him. Currently Durant running in 3rd position and Greenwell there in 4th. Having no penalties, Greenwell is going to be taking away Durant's 3rd position and getting on the podium here. Starmark another 7.8 seconds behind. He will be able to actually probably keep that 5th position there. He will. Maverick there will be keeping his 6th position. Sanat has a 3-second penalty. So even if Sanat gets by at this point, he's going to have to build a gap of over 3 seconds to keep P6. So it looks like he might be finishing 7. Then we got Bulky Volcano there in 8th position. Bondavine in 9th. He has a 14-second penalty there, Volcano. I'm not sure what the gap is. And it doesn't look like it's that big actually. So it looks like Bondavine is looking to get by at this point here right now. So if either way, it looks like Bondavine is going to be finishing in 8th and Volcano going down into 9th and might be even losing another position. We got Starmark and Maverick going side by side. So he's gotten back up and lost maybe a few tenths of just Sanat there, who's still running just behind them actually on lap 34 here and going. So quite a few battles still going on track with these guys trying to get by. Getting back down to AJ and Bondavine here. Still, these two are going at it. And that gap is just going and coming a bit. Our race leaders there are probably still close to each other. I'm trying to have a look on the map there, which is why I keep the full track map on so I can still see how close these icons are to each other. I'll know exactly who is racing and who's not and how close they're actually getting here right now. Trying to keep on with Sanat here and Maverick. Actually still pretty close together with Starmark there for P5. Out front our gap is about 1.1 seconds. I think Fast 83 is really pushing to try and go across the line in P, but I gotta give it to him. He's got quite a number of positions. He's gonna finish there up in front still, probably on the podium, and I think it's gonna be a really good position for him either way because Oh, and there goes Maverick trying to get alongside Starmark right now. Not able to as yet, though. Oh, yeah, we're on lap 35 right now and going. And Fast 83 started all the way down. Was supposed to start in P1, but started all the way down in P20 yet. Got all up the way up to P2. I think he's just trying to make some sort of record for himself here to get across the line P1 so he can actually hold that bragging right of saying he started on the grid on 20 position and got all the way up onto pole position. Of course, not going to be able to keep the pole position as he's about to get by here right now. Let's have a look as we go into lap 36. He might be getting by on the very, very last lap. Let's see if that's about to happen or not. He's not going to be able to keep it. Has 12 seconds of penalties right now. That's going to cost him in the race just a bit, but still probably going to get driver of the day with the amount of positions gained here. And we'll see how far the 12 seconds of penalties sets him back. But so far, still chasing down Poison just to get across the line in P1, I gotta say. And so far, not too bad. But Poison is trying to hold him off just for this one more lap, just for one more sector on track. He needs to hold him off to go across the line for P1. And let's see if he's going to be able to do this or not. Obviously, Poison is still going to get pole position win for the race. And Fast 83 was just trying to get by just to go across the line on P1, but still crossing the line P2 starting from 20th at the back of the grid. Not too bad at all as we have Poison going across here right now and takes pole position for the Austrian Grand Prix. That is Fast 83 taking second for now. And penalties are going to come in play here as we got Durant about to come around, but his gap is about 12 seconds to Fast 83. So it looks like Fast 83 might actually be able to hold on to his second place and does do so because of those penalties. We got Greenwell coming around here right now, goes across P4, takes over P3 from Durant. That's Durant down into fourth with that 6-second penalty. That's what caused that to happen. And then we got Maverick coming around for P5, but he looks like he might be losing it to Starmark, who goes P5. Maverick down to 6th. Sana takes 7th. We got Volcano taking 8th. AJ currently takes 9th. We got Bonneville coming around. He's going to take 10th position. And then we got, let's see, Volcano takes 9th now. AJ takes 10th. So a bit of a switch around. Crassi takes 11th. Then we got Bagos coming around. He definitely is going to be dropping off from that 12th position because of those penalties. So let's have a look at the end and see how these guys finish off. And I think we know exactly who got driver of the day on this one here. And there we go. Fast 83 with driver of the day. We can't say he didn't deserve that one. Definitely deserved it. Congratulations to him for getting driver of the day. He was so close to getting across the line on P1. Just needed maybe a lap or two more to try and get past. But still not a bad finishing position, I gotta say, for him. Alright, so there we go, guys. Fastest lap goes to Fast 83, finishes on podium and gets driver of the day. Poison, on the other hand, takes the pole position for the race. So a great win from him. Fast 83 takes second. Greenwell takes third on the podium. And then we got Durant finishing fourth. We got Starmark in fifth. Maverick finishes sixth. Sanat finishes seventh. Bonneville finishes eighth. Volcano finishes ninth. Not too bad. And AJ finishes 10th. Crassi finishes 11th. Bagos in 12th. Lock 14 finishes 13 there. Lewis finishes 14. Scotty finishes 15. Pierre in 16, AMR Vantage 17, Monkey Mafia 18, ISRL Sprunky in 19, and Kiss the Bean there in 20th position, guys. So yeah, overall I think that was quite an interesting race for round 1 for tier 1 for ISRL Academy. So yeah, very interesting race. I think it was a lot of fun to watch. It was battles all the way through the race, and a very great race from Fast 83, and congratulations to him for getting driver of the day as well as that. And yeah, great job on Poison as well for winning the race. And I think that's it, guys. So that's the end of the session there. Thank you guys for joining on the live stream with us. And please, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream before you head off. And I look forward to the next race tomorrow. I think that we're gonna have actually have about three streams in total tomorrow. 2 of them are going to be live on the channel. One, the video is going to be up on the channel a bit later. So look forward to that as well. And I guess later in the evening I'll probably have it up, or at least by Monday, I think. I guess it'll be probably Monday for you guys. Remember, I'm on Eastern time. You guys are on British time. So a bit of a different time zone for me. And we're going to have everything set up. I got a few videos to edit as well, and so on and so on. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining on to the session. Remember, once again, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And yeah, thanks to the league for allowing me to stream again today. And It was a lot of fun to watch, and look forward to round 2 tomorrow.